Scotty Kilmer, the biggest threat to the BMW brand since Chris Bangle. Well, actually, his designs aren't that bad considering whatever the fuck this is. But you get the point. Scotty the Kilmer, no good BMW for brand BMW. Scotty Kilmer is widely known to hate the BMW brand. Endless money pits, plastic crap, a small fortune. But would people say that he's full of crap about BMWs? Well, watch this. If he were making a video about an M car. Now hold your laughing and joking horses. I know what you're thinking. Yes, he has already talked about plenty of M cars on his channel. For example, the BMW 328i with the N52 motor. But second to that, what is his opinion on the E92 M3 with with the V8 engine, known for their sharp cornering and refined steering feel? The E92 is often regarded as one of the best M cars there ever was. Has Scotty experienced these? Has Scotty been able to drive one of these? If only somebody out there had given him that opportunity. Because if so, maybe he too could be saved from financial stability. Can Scotty Kilmer be changed? I know you guys are probably wondering how this all happened, but it was pretty straightforward. He reached out to me. He's a big fan of mine. I told him I don't do autographs for people I don't know. But he was telling me it was his dream, his lifelong dream, to drive the E92 M3 since he was a young mechanic. I told him I could probably fit it into my schedule. But then I drove about 4.5 hours to go show it to him so he can make a video about it.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Alright, so we are currently en route to a small town in Rhode Island, about 4.5 hours from where I live, to meet Scotty Kilmer tomorrow morning to show him my E92 M3. Yes, I put fresh oil in this morning. I also put new angel eyes in because one of the bulbs was burnt out. So the car looks real nice. The weather was nasty this morning, but it's dried out quite a bit, luckily. Hopefully we'll get good weather tomorrow morning. Turns out my rear tires are a little more bald than I thought, so it's a good thing the rain kind of cleared up a bit. So I made it to where I was staying in Rhode Island without any issues, and I was merely hours away from going for the Kilmer. The pressure was on, and the clock was ticking. I didn't know what was going to happen the next day. I didn't know if Scotty knew who I was. I didn't know if he was going to see me and recognize me from my video about him last year. For all that I knew, I could show up and he could personally give me a cease and desist for that video. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I knew what needed to be done because I was out there on a mission. I don't think Scotty even knew what was about to happen either. It is time. I'm about 10 minutes from Scotty's house, and I'm just gonna bring it through a car wash quick because it's filthy, and then go to his house.
Your destination is on the left.
How you doing?
Yeah, so what's the story on this? When'd you buy it?
Last May.
Okay.
So I've had it about a year now.
So you had about a year. Okay. Just out of curiosity, how many miles it got?
I'm at 141.
140. How many did you have on when you bought it?
135.
Have you had to do anything to it?
The throttle actuators went out.
Yeah, they go bad all the time on these things.
Yeah.
But I mean, engine tranny, you didn't have to mess with anything?
Nope, it's actually been the most reliable BMW I've had.
My grandson's always looking at me since the yeah, whoever had this before, you must take pretty good care of it. So you're a BMW fan, huh? The interesting thing about BMWs is in terms of them lasting forever, up until the late 80s, they would. All of them. But then they became yuppie-mobiles. And everything went f***ing plastic, automatic transmissions, blah, blah, blah.
Now, from the moment I got there, he started asking me questions about the car and my ownership history with it. And after talking for a little bit, I just kind of let him do his thing and make his video. But what was it like hanging out with Scotty Kilmer? The type of person that you see Scotty as on the internet is exactly how he is in real life.
It is a beautiful car. You know, I'm always telling you that BMWs are endless money pits. Well, don't ask me why, but this one isn't.
The way he talks and his mannerisms and hand motions are the same that he would do talking to you face to face, but almost like a more exaggerated version of what you see in his videos. Despite not knowing him at all, he talked to me as if he's known me my entire life. He's like a relative of yours or something with a lot of energy and a lot of stories to tell. He would talk about all sorts of different subjects, and I'd kind of have to stop and think to myself, like, is this real? I'm in a virtual reality Scotty Kilmer video. But it kind of shows in the way that he makes videos, because he'll kind of go off on tangents in certain subjects. But he's able to just talk in a conversational manner to a camera without scripting. But he'd switch up the camera angles and just kind of keep the dialogue going.
Plastic on hose, leaks, brakes is really hard to get to. This is a completely different design. This isn't like the 6-cylinder ones where the stupid oil gasket goes on the oil filter and you got to take half the car apart to replace it. It's a completely different engine. It's got a lot of horsepower, and yeah, it's a gas hog. This is a race car. You're not going to get great gas mileage unless you drive like a turtle. And why would you buy a car like this if you're going to drive like a turtle? It wouldn't make any sense. Let's take you for a spin.
How long you keeping that Polaris for?
2 weeks. I got until a week from tomorrow.
Where's the Celica?
That's in Tennessee.
Gotcha.
Now, it's got a nice sound with them gutting it out, and we're going on the bumpy roads. Not a bad ride, considering this is a baby race car, but he does have it on comfort. It's on the comfort. It's not on the sport one yet. Did you ever put it? Change it around, switch it?
Oh yeah, my M setting I got in the stiffest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable, but after a while, like, it took me about 4.5 hours yesterday.
Yeah.
It gets a little exhausting.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
same thing with the drone. And
Yeah. Hang a left. Okay, there's a cop now. We're gonna wait. 2 cops. Well, that was perfect timing. Wait a few minutes here. They're out of the way. There's never more than 2 of them here. There's a little irony for you. And people are turning in here, so we gotta wait. I hate people that do that. I hate when they wait. It's like, just f***ing go, because then you confuse everybody. Now he's gonna go.
what is he trying to
Wave on him, wave on him. I wave him on. They don't understand. It f***s things up. Just do your thing.
True, just
And don't sit there and flash your lights they go.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust you. Okay. And here we go. Now he goes fast. You want the cops are gone. Whee! Now you can see why people buy these things. Now, that Polaris slingshot I shot the other day, it didn't throw me back in the seat nearly as fast as this. With all that horsepower, hey, this thing is a joy to drive.
get another pull for you.
Yeah. You know the cops are gone?
Yeah,
They went
yeah.
that way. How convenient of them. Nothing ever happens. So when something happens, 10 of them will show up. There's nothing ever happens.
Yeah, it seems like a real nice area over here.
I asked the ex-chief, he was chief of police for 25 years. I met him. I said, okay, how many murders have you dealt with? He said 1 in 25 years.
Yeah, that
Right?
sounds about right.
And it was a crackhead who killed his wife.
There you go.
Like Chicago, every couple of hours you're going to get a murder. And here we go again. Whee!
I should have turned off traction. I felt it cut.
Oh, well, that's good enough. And that's what the traction control turned on. So, they have an immense amount of power. It's lasted quite some time. It's a driver's car. It's not like the poser BMWs that rich people drive with automatic transmissions and 4 doors and la-ti-da.
Do you get recognized out here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They knew who I was before I even moved here. This guy from YouTube's coming here. They all knew. Their neighborhoods, you know, they're all gossip mongers.
Yeah, I think there was a whole news story when you
Oh,
bought
yeah.
this place.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. People are nuts. nuts.
Yeah, does it ever get irritating? Like,
No, I think it's hilarious. No, because people are regular. My fans are regular people. They're, you're just like you're in the videos. I said, yeah, I don't give a shit. You got all those millions. How come you're driving these old cars? I don't care. I don't want to waste my money. I drive other people's cars. It's like boats. I'll never buy a boat, but I'll go in other people's boats. I'll never buy an airplane, but I'll fly around their airplanes. It's a phenomenal engine.
To my surprise, and everyone else's surprise, Scotty's video was in praise of the E92 M3. I had changed Scotty Kilmer's mind, but not only that. On that day, I allowed history to be made. The first positive Scotty Kilmer BMW video. But much like his video surprised his viewership, it was time to surprise Scotty Kilmer. After we wrapped up the video, I went back to my car and grabbed 2 sheets of paper, one of which was the title to my 2009 M3.
Front end. It's like a sled. What's the hell?
we made it. I got 2 of them.
Where do you want me to sign them?
Wherever you think is best.
Oh, okay. Probably on my arm.
Now I know this is surprising, but the original title for this video was Giving My Grandpa His Dream Car, in parentheses, emotional. But I didn't want to spoil the outcome of this video.
BMWs are great. Oh, no, wait a second. Maybe this one.
Nah, I'm just kidding, but in all reality, it turns out Scotty has driven and experienced E9X M3s before because his grandson used to own one, which I always thought was a joke. Some of his video titles would be like, disowning my grandson because he bought this BMW or something like that, but it was actually the truth. So he's experienced them before. He said his grandson had an E93 6-speed that was absolutely clap. But all around, meeting Scotty Kilmer was an interesting experience. And I've been meaning to say I don't regret my points that I made in the video last year critiquing his videos, but I do regret my approach. In that video, I swore and I did some name calling, all for dramatic comedic effect. But in hindsight, rewatching the video these days, I realized that I came off a bit harsh. Obviously, I have no ill intentions towards Scotty Kilmer, so don't take it that way. But either way, it's great to see Scotty Kilmer talk about BMWs in a different light. But if you look closely midway through his video, you can see my hand. Like right by the shifter, that's me. That's me. I'm famous now. So that's all the time I've got. I've got to park my multi-million-dollar yacht so I can return back to my penthouse. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and as Scotty says, don't forget to ring that bell.